All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here today. I'm, of course, Greg Guy, depending upon how you know me. Joined here by Casey. And for your extreme viewing pleasure, we are going to be, presenting our next iteration of the, I know you hate it, but I'm still going to call it, In the Event of Series, a zombie apocalypse scenario. By the way, this is episode 14 of the Bankcast, also. So, as always, as we, need to do in these, particular scenario situations, right, we need to define the scenario. So, obviously, last time, we did slow, kind of like Walking Dead type zombies,
right. Slow, dumb,
unintelligent,
right.
Not a whole lot really to worry about. You went total fucking Fallout on that shit, and
I'm always gonna go Fallout type stuff on all these things.
Well, I'm interested to see what you're gonna do on this one. So, I propose that this time we do a much faster zombie, much like and I'm not sure if you ever seen the movie, but like World War Z type zombie.
I've seen it. It's been a long time since I've seen it before, but
okay, yeah. Basically, very fast moving, very
not intelligent. Still not intelligent zombies.
Not intelligent. I would say the only thing that realistically, okay, all right. Now, actually, that should actually probably be up for a discussion. What drives these zombies to attack?
I mean, they want to infect other people.
Yeah, I agree.
To increase their infection.
Maybe, to take over the entire world with just zombies.
Right. I think Walking Dead type zombies, they were hungry for human or hungry for flesh. Yes. They just wanted to eat.
Yes.
And I think DayZ type zombies were more
World War Z
or World War Z, whatever. They wanted to infect others.
Right. I agree. I'm down with that. Now, what would you consider the possible ways to get infected? Now, I would propose this, that you can only be infected if you're bit. Bit?
You just want to say, you were just going to say bit.
Bit. So you can get scratched.
The bacteria
they can scratch.
Right.
They can bleed in your mouth, because that actually happened in World War Z. He got blood in his mouth, and then remember Brad Pitt was standing over the ledge, and he was counting to 12. And then at 12, he was like, "Oh, I'm all right."
So it's basically an oral bacteria.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
We'll say that it requires whatever bacteria is on their teeth.
Okay, so order to define. So we're basically going to say like a venom type.
You have to be bitten.
Okay, so it's more of like a venom.
Right.
It is.
They can bleed on you. You can get that shit in open wounds, cuts, whatever. In your mouth, in your ear hole, in your nose, wherever else you want to put it.
So they can't just like spit in your mouth, right?
Yes.
Okay, they have to be bit.
You have to be bit.
All right.
I told you I was going to throw you a couple curveballs. All right. Now, we should probably think about what would be these zombies, ideal conditions.
I mean, I would imagine the conditions are just everyday conditions.
Right, but no. I mean, more or less, what I was actually, alluding to is, are they adverse to heat or cold?
I would think that in the same sense of just like as you feel like normal every day, unless you want to talk about like what is that movie called I Am Legend, where those zombies were kind of fast and stuff like that, but they like their bodies overheated because their infection made them overheated, their
Well,
body, so
actually,
they kind of like stayed in the shade type area.
I think they were allergic to sunlight or something.
Okay, maybe it was.
It's been a while since I've seen it, but yes, I mean I understand what you're saying. I would venture to say that they prefer. This is my idea, and let me know what you want to do with it. I would say that they prefer a warmer climate.
Okay.
And you'll understand why in a little bit.
Okay. So basically, we're moving north.
Kind of.
Okay.
Or south.
I mean, going to...
We're moving north.
Right.
People,
okay.
south of the equator will be moving south to Antarctica. But.
So we're running for the border to Canada and trying to get as far north as possible.
That, yes, that is, and realistically, I see, and the only reason I say that is because realistically, I don't see any other way out of this scenario than just getting somewhere cold and trying to figure out how to survive.
Well, you also have to have the balance of the will for these. Remember, the driving force for these zombies is to infect others, to become more like them. Is it? Are they willing to overcome their want to infect others, to keep them from going further north towards the cold areas?
See, I mean that's a loaded question,
right?
It's like at the same point in time,
can they just not be in the cold, or because of a certain reason, or is it because
I would say it's detrimental to their function.
Okay.
Maybe if they come in the cold, they decrease their speed by 50%.
Okay. All right. Their bodily functions in colder areas slow down, right? Okay.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Okay.
I actually kind of like that.
All right.
It's interesting.
Maybe they're like infected with a reptile type virus, right? So now they're hot. Now they're cold-blooded animals. Now these zombies are cold-blooded animals. So they're active in warm areas, and they are slow, and they don't operate as much in colder areas.
Okay, I mean, I think we'll go. See, you're thinking.
I mean that. I thought that was good because the way you were explaining it, they just don't work. The biological functions don't work as well in colder areas. So now they're like a cold-blooded animal.
Right. I would venture to say that they. I think 50% is being lenient. On because they're still gonna be fast at 50%. Maybe even dial it back to like 25, to where they just sort of just like jogging instead of running at 50% and then full sprint at 100%.
It basically increases your survival rate to be in colder areas.
Yes, I would totally agree with that. So anyway, any other twists you want to throw into this?
So if I can survive, like pile up some clothes and survive in very cold weather, do the zombies die when they get too cold?
I would have to say. See, that's a good one.
If I trap the zombies in a freezer and just close the door on them, can I just kill the zombies that way?
Right, but I mean, what if they can? I mean, how cold does the freezer get? Let's say 0 degrees Fahrenheit. All right,
freezing.
Well, freezing is 32 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, right. Okay.
0 degrees Celsius.
Right.
Is freezing. But let's say, okay, so that's what, negative whatever Celsius, right?
Right.
But let's say that is what let's say freezing point is what takes them to 50. Let's say 0 degrees Fahrenheit takes them to 25, and then when you get into the negatives, That's what can potentially kill them.
Okay.
Yeah, oh man. Dude, this scenario is already totally changing my mind.
I would have like a snowball machine.